everyone, this is Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I did a thing. I did a new thing. So if you are familiar with my channel, I do not really dabble in mixed media. I did a mixed media thing, so I've been a little restless in my creating, and maybe you've seen the lack of creativity on my channel these days. I am getting more inspired by the Maggie Holmes challenge that I'm doing, but I've just needed to try some things that are different. So I saw this challenge, 30 Days of Mixed Media Tags Challenge, and each day there is a prompt. And the first day, the prompt was bubbles. And this challenge is hosted by Nicky and I believe it is Ilene. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the description box below. For Nicky, I was really inspired by her video. I will actually, when linking to her channel, I will actually link to the specific video, which is her day one bubbles challenge. So I thought I would give it a whirl because I was kind of immediately inspired, and I think I got as close to the idea that I had in my head as I possibly could. I was trying to film this process video, but oh my goodness, we would have been here for hours. So it was really a lot that went into this. So I started out with a black tag, actually a chalkboard tag. I got these from Michael's, and they have quite a bit of texture to them. And as you can see, and really quite a mess, right? But it's definitely textured. So what I started out doing was adding some of this acrylic gesso that I got at Hobby Lobby to it. And I just used like an old gift card and just kind of scraped that gesso on it, and then I went ahead and heat set it. I got my heat tool out here, so I heat set that, and then I went in and I was kind of following the idea that Nicky did. So then I used some sprays. So I used pink is what I had in my head, of course, for Glinda the Good Witch, if you're familiar with this quote. Mica spray. This is in bubble gum, and this one is a glimmer mist in wedding pink, and this is another glimmer mist that is cherry. So I just pulled out some pink shades and I sprayed it, and then I heat set it, and I got a lot of spray on there, so it was kind of running, which kind of created some cool effect. And then the heat tool is kind of pushing that around. So once I sprayed it, I have this stencil, which I've got to get this texture paste off of here. It might be too late already. But anyways, I have this Bria Rose matte metallic texture paste, and it definitely has some nice shimmer to it. So you can see the texture I got, and I did go ahead and heat set it, and it seemed to heat set okay. And then I have this silver ink, and I just took one of these caps and I kind of stamped that silver ring all over. And then I took some watered down white paint and I just splattered the tag, and then I dried that, and that kind of seemed to went away. And then I thinned out some black acrylic paint and I just kind of splattered that, and it was kind of larger blotches, so you can kind of see some of that on there. And then it was kind of looking a little flat to me, so then I went back in with, or not as much color popping, so then I went back in with some pink acrylic and also one of those caps again, and then I kind of stamped with that cap the pink paint. And then I remembered that I had this punch. This is a really old Creative Memories punch, and I was able to punch the sides here. I'd already had the words down, so I was able to punch it kind of this part punched out too, where I didn't like where it was open. It kind of looked like Swiss cheese. I actually glued that one circle back in, and then I took my silver ink again on a sponge, and I just kind of added more shimmer. I just kind of used my sponge to add a little bit more shimmer around where these punches were. And then I did print this quote. It is, I believe, from Wizard of Oz. possibly Wicked. Wicked is my daughter's favorite play. She has seen it 3 times. She's even seen it once in New York, and I was able to see it with her once in Orlando. But this quote is, "We can't all come and go" by Bubble, and of course by Glinda the Good Witch. I might need to write in that this quote is by her, but I wished I had printed that on cardstock, but it was just copy paper. And I went around it originally with some pencil and then some water, and then it got all smudgy, and then I tried a black pen, and then that was too much, and then I was able to tone it down with a white pen, and then finally I added some stickles to it, so there's a little bit of shine. So I finally got it to where I was okay, because there have been a number of times where I'm like, oh, this is just fit for the garbage. Oh no, this is not turning out well. But I kept adding and adding and adding, and I think I got it to a place where I'm okay with it. I don't know if this is necessarily my jam. It was very messy. I do not like that whole process, and then just kind of drying everything in between. So I don't know if I enjoyed this as much. So I might still continue to dabble in the challenge when I am inspired, but when I saw that day 1, the Bubbles theme, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So I gave this a whirl. Let me know what you think, or if you know of this challenge or participating, let me know. But yeah, I thought it was something different, and I thought I'd give it a shot, so I did. All right, well, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and until next time.